Bill O'Reilly here, Wednesday, December 16th, 2020. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. Folks fleeing big cities in record numbers. COVID cases dropping in the Midwest. Forbes ranks the highest paid celebrities on the planet. Gas prices plummet to the lowest level in 2 decades. Half of Americans still plan on traveling for Christmas. Also ahead, attacking Trump supporters. What does Joe Biden think about that? But first, hundreds of residents now leaving the biggest cities in the country during the pandemic. The destinations: Austin, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, Phoenix, Arizona, Tampa, Florida. More than 600,000 people have fled New York City and New Jersey in the past 9 months. Amazing. After punishing fall that left hospitals struggling, some places in the Midwest are now seeing a decline in new COVID cases. States include Iowa, Michigan, Minnesota, and Nebraska are witnessing decreases in the number of people testing positive. Infection rates topped 20% just weeks ago in those places. Forbes magazine releasing the top paid famous people on planet Earth. One warning here: Forbes is not always accurate. Sometimes it makes up its figures. I know that personally. But we'll give you what the magazine says. Number 3, tennis star Roger Federer. He allegedly earned $106 million in endorsements this year. The second spot goes to Kanye West. His deal with Adidas netted him $170 million. And number 1, Kylie Jenner. Her cosmetic company was sold for $590 million this year. I really have little idea who Ms. Jenner actually is or what she does. Does she do anything else besides makeup? I don't know. Gas prices now at the lowest level since the year 2000, so Kylie Jenner can afford a lot of gas. The national average stands at $2.10 per gallon. Highest ever was $4 back in 2008. More than half of Americans say they'll travel this holiday season. Most driving, a new survey from TripAdvisor, says 56% of adults will visit family and friends this December. In a moment, does President-elect Biden really want to win over Trump voters? Right back with that. Hey, I got a crash course into home title theft because one of my friends experienced it. And I hope you are praying this never happens to you, because it can ruin you financially. Here's how the crime happens. The legal titles to our homes are kept online, where they can be hacked. A cyber thief can find your home's title, forge your signature on a quit-claim deed stating you sold your home to him or her. Then the thief takes out loans against your home until your equity is gone. You won't even know until the collection company calls, pour in. You're not protected by insurance, your bank, or common identity theft programs. Home Title Lock does protect you. And in the unlikely event you become a victim of title theft while a member, Home Title Lock will spend up to $250,000 in legal fees to help restore your home's title. So please go to HometitleLock.com, register your address to see if you're already a victim. Then use code RADIO for 30 free days of protection. That's code RADIO at HometitleLock.com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. So, I listened to Joe Biden's speech the other night, the one where he had that frog in his throat. Happens to all of us. But I think the frog might be as confused as I am. Mr. Biden says he wants to bring the American people together. Well, that's a noble intent. However, he has said absolutely nothing that would indicate he knows how to do that. Instead, he continues to scold people who question the election. Well, there was some fraud. And the way to unite everyone is not to deny that. It's to investigate those allegations, right? But no, as John Belushi once said. Also, Joe Biden's party continues to hammer anyone who voted for Donald Trump. Here's Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, quote, "Is anyone archiving these Trump sycophants for when they try to downplay or deny their complicity in the future?" Oh, I see, Congresswoman. We should be archiving people you disagree with. Yeah, that's real Democratic. How about the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi? Quote, "The president has no fidelity to truth or fact. And actually, in his comments the last few days, no fidelity to the Constitution. He and his henchmen are a danger with their comments, are a danger to our democracy," unquote. Well, I don't think this is bringing Republicans or Trump supporters any closer to the Democratic Party or their leader, Joe Biden. Do you? You see anything positive here going on? I don't see it. So if Joe Biden is going to be the leader, he has to scold people like Nancy Pelosi and Ocasio-Cortez. But he isn't going to do that. So what is the solution? Well, as a patriot, I voted for Donald Trump. Not out of any sense of history, but I thought that he did a pretty good job with policy in his term. I didn't like some of the demeanor, but the policy, I felt, was beneficial to the country. And I did not think Joe Biden would stand up to the radical left, and we're seeing that in his first days as president-elect. However, I said I would give Mr. Biden a chance, and I am. And the first few days, he's not doing what he should do, in my opinion. I think that Joe Biden will be conciliatory, word of the day, in his inaugural address. I think he'll say the right things, but will he do them? I have no confidence. He is not a strong man. You'll have to understand that. And also, he is not calling the shots. The Obama people are. I firmly believe that Barack Obama is going to have a lot to say in the next 4 years. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I prove that message by actually writing it. Disagree? I want to hear from you. Bill@BillO'Reilly.com, Bill@BillO'Reilly.com. And please consider my new book, Killing Crazy Horse. Makes a great Christmas gift. In a moment, something you might not know. Investors, are you seeking steady cash flow, ready to diversify? Have you considered a proven real estate investment fund? NRIA is one of the nation's leading realty specialists and offers 10% annualized monthly payouts, with bonuses targeted to 21%. That's right, you could receive steady 10% return monthly payments with bonuses. You know, they specialize in realty investing done right. Even use your 401k or IRA to invest. NRIA's 15-year track record and $1.2 billion in new construction development backs you. So learn how you can invest in this hard asset real estate cash flow fund today and receive 10% annualized monthly payouts with bonuses. This is something savvy investors should research and consider. Please call now, 201-210-2727, 201-210-2727, or visit nria.net.
An offer to buy or sell any security is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. National is a real estate development firm. See us at nria.net.
Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 55 years ago this month, an animated Christmas movie debuted on CBS. The film would be aired annually each December and streamed online more than 15 million times every year. A Charlie Brown Christmas. Here's the story. The Peanuts crew first appeared in comic strips back in 1950. The original cartoons were actually commissioned by the Coca-Cola Company. By the early 1960s, Charles Schulz, the author of the comic, led by Charlie Brown, of course, had gained enormous popularity in the USA and in England. TV producers wanted to bring Charlie Brown to the television set. Well, Schulz was on board with the project, but demanded the scenery depict his childhood in St. Paul, Minnesota. He also required the music to feature 50% jazz, his favorite genre. A Charlie Brown Christmas was completed just 10 days shy of its national broadcast premiere. All involved believed the special would be a bomb. Studio executives thought the movie would kill the comic strip. Some even wanted to cancel the broadcast days before it was scheduled to air. The program did premiere on CBS on December 9th, 1965 at 7:30 p.m., right before the season finale of The Munsters. And Charlie Brown Christmas was viewed by 45% of all Americans watching TV that night. Critics praised the animated movie for its adult themes, contemplation of the human spirit, and commentary on isolation and the hardships of growing up. The film became a holiday classic. The movie has been aired on television every year since its debut back in 1965. And here's something else you might not know. The soundtrack for Charlie Brown's Christmas is considered one of the greatest jazz albums ever released. It was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2007. I listened to the Charlie Brown soundtrack last night. It's brilliant after all these years. Back after this. How bad is your back, knee, or neck pain? Mine was pretty bad. I played 4 sports when I was younger, and it's catching up with me now. I tried a lot of stuff to manage the pain. Ointments, pain relievers, fish oil, nothing worked. So a doctor friend of mine recommended Omega XL, and here's why. The underlying cause of painful, achy joints and muscles is inflammation. The key to knock down inflammation before it causes damage is backed by 35 years of research, and that's what Omega XL does. The doctor also says, quote, I can't write any prescription that comes close to what Omega XL accomplishes. She was right. So if you're suffering with painful, achy joints and muscles, stop wasting money and switch to Omega XL. Order Omega XL now and get a second bottle free. Visit omegaxl.com/bill, omegaxl.com/bill, or you can call 800-844-4888, 800-844-4888. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.